All right. Hey, everyone. I'm Paul Meaches Paul. Welcome to another live stream. Hope you guys are doing well this Thursday evening. It's been a while. It's been about a month since I did a live stream, and I just wanted to pop on and talk about a few things, some new updates that I saw in the news today that I thought might be of interest to you folks, especially since it relates to a lot of condos and things that have been going on around the state of Florida. So we're going to just wait a second. It's Thursday evening, and we'll just see if anybody pops on since it is live and this wasn't planned, but I'm going to work on that. Let's try to work on planning these out a little bit better. So we'll see if any of y'all pop on real quick. And this won't be a super long live stream. We're just going to, a couple things that I want to go over, a couple different things that I've been reading about and seeing. Wow, there we go. Got a couple people on. All right, guys. Well, welcome. Happy Thursday, everyone. If you've got any questions, feel free to pop them over in the section. I'll try to answer them. The live streams are just kind of a way for me to be able to get in touch with you and talk to y'all a little bit. Maybe since I can't obviously during my videos, this way I can sometimes answer questions. If I have an answer, I'll give you the best answer I can. And just a way for me to kind of get to know you all a little bit and get to know me. But there was some big news that pretty big news considering the incident at Surfside that happened, the collapse. So we'll start off with this update because this one is the one that I put on the thumbnail talking about the incident that happened there, that tragic incident, which ties into a lot of the videos that I've been talking about with my video, the condo crisis, and a lot of things going on. So so I just wanted to share this with y'all in case you didn't see it or you hadn't heard about it. If it was of interest to you, I know it's of interest to me and obviously everyone else that lives in South Florida and those who might be looking for condos and whatnot. So let's see. I want to check one thing. Everything's on there. Okay. All right. So there was a report. I got an email today from the Florida Realtors. And, it's from the emails that we get about stuff that's happening in Florida, real estate related and whatnot. And so the federal investigators, they've been working on this since 2021 on the collapse. And the big story is that and again, the final for this won't be even out until September. The final report won't be done until September 2025. And they said a draft of that report will be done about May 2025. But they said that the pool deck was likely the origin of the Surfside condo collapse. So when I think a lot of people had thought that from a report that the Miami Herald had done when they talked to engineers. And, when I'm looking down, guys, I'm just kind of looking at the notes. But they had done, Miami Herald, when they did an investigation, found that the pool deck collapsed several minutes before half the tower fell. So that's, now they don't know what caused the pool. That's the report does say that they don't know exactly what, but, they said they're included in the areas where the pool deck appeared to be sagging, dangerously cracking. And so they think that a lot of it had to do to the, okay, please come to your point. Well, have a little patience. I'll get there. So they did say that the pool deck was likely. Again, they still got, a lot of research to do on this. They've been working on this since 2021 and they're hopefully going to get to it eventually. They say by 2025 they'll have the final conclusion to this, at least from their perspective. But that's kind of what the report was saying. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And hey, Alfie, nice to see you. Appreciate it. Thanks for hopping on. So they had some of the other comments in the report. They said that was, likely the initiation point of the collapse. Again, it goes on to say they don't know exactly what caused that, but they assume that it was from their studies that a lot of it had to do with some of the bars that were underneath and holding up that section of the pool, which tied into other sections of the condominium building. And they even said, people said that they were hearing cracking and noises, which we've talked about in a lot of the videos about rebar and salt air and when it gets in there and how it expands the concrete and all that. So, we'll see what happens. But as this story goes on and they finally come to their conclusion of that, but it's, the lady, the head investigator said, where did I put that? She had said that it's, sorry, I was trying to look for notes. The back here, she just talked about how important it is. They want to make sure that they get it right. They want to make sure that they, when they get this report done and they have this whole investigation done, they want to make sure they get it right so they can know for the future that this never happens again, so they can be safe with other buildings and change. And it won't just affect South Florida. They said that this investigation will be able to probably affect thousands, millions of condo and apartment dwellers throughout the world. Depending, again, every country has their way of doing things, but they said that this investigation could affect lots of people, lots of buildings everywhere in the world, how they build and how they think about building, especially buildings that are close to the salt air along the ocean, which all South Florida and going up the East Coast and other places in the world. So anyway, I thought it was a pretty interesting story. I know a lot of you guys are paying attention to the condo market and what's going on. Obviously, this was one of the reasons why the condo crisis is where it's at, because after this, many of the other buildings started to look at, having to get studies done for their buildings, and then realizing that they couldn't push off assessments anymore, that they or ignore assessments, they couldn't push off repairs anymore. And then with the new laws that are coming in place in 2025 here in the state of Florida, you're going to have to set the money aside for reserves. Buildings that are 25 years or older within so many miles of the beach will have to be getting recertified, and other buildings that are 30 years and older will have to be getting recertified. So, obviously it all trickles down, because that one tragedy has now affected thousands of condo owners throughout Florida. And we're seeing it because if you watch my last video about like the condo prices and, what's going on with people, it's affecting a lot of people in a lot of different ways. So matter of fact, the other part of the story that I had for y'all about what happened because of all that was they're talking about the Sunshade seniors are suffering the most. When I talked a lot about in that video about people on fixed income, a lot of seniors who bought these condos at a certain price, and yes, those condos went up in value. I got a lot of comments from everyone about that. That's right, they bought it at a low price and it went up. That's how it's supposed to work. But they weren't expecting that their HOA was going to also jump up from 300 to 700. So, and many of these people when they bought had a job, and now they don't. They're retired. So a lot of them are finding that they can't pay these fees that have gone up so high on the HOA fees because of insurance prices going up or assessments, whatever it is. They're not being able to afford it. And then at the same time, now they're looking to sell their condos, but they're having a hard time selling their condos because they're, you got a condo that may have a $50,000 assessment attached to it, and not everybody wants to buy that. So it's making it very difficult for the people that own the condos, especially those that are 55 and older. Let me see here. I got a question. I see a reduction of 30% or more in condominiums in Florida. Well, yeah, I mean, it could happen. Only time will tell. I have no idea, but we have been seeing the prices come down a little. Places like Jacksonville definitely saw Jacksonville said it dipped down by about 7% year over year in January, and sales declined by 27%. And new listings surged by 32%. And in Miami, condo prices dipped 3%, sales dropped 9%, and new listings rose 27%. So we're seeing a lot more condos available for people. Some of the prices aren't moving. Some people are keeping their price. Some have dropped their price. If you watch my last video, there was a condo that I think was at 1.25 million or something like that, and it ended up selling for something like $775,000. So pretty big price drop. Don't know the story, don't know all the details about that, but so we're gonna have to keep an eye and see what happens with that more as we go through. But the seniors are really, like I said, and again, I kind of mentioned all this in my video because I was already starting to see this. When I talk to other realtors and I just kind of see the bits in the news about it. When I did that condo crisis video, I already saw a lot of these things happening to people. And then I'm seeing it as a realtor when I'm doing listings and going in and taking properties for listing. And I get the listing, and the monthly HOA is $585. And then because they get an insurance quote and they have to raise the to cover that insurance, the master policy for that community, the price went from 585 up to like $860 a month. So, again, take that, add that, you're trying to sell your place and you got this from $500 to $800 HOA. It makes it a little bit more difficult to sell because the buyer might be like, I don't know if I want to spend $1,000 a month for that. Again, people are still buying the properties and stuff, but it's not making things easy. That's for sure. So, and for those, again, those older, the 55 and older crowd, they're the ones that are kind of like, wow, we're going to get hit hard with this. So, but we'll just have to see what happens. So now, speaking of condos, there was a little bit of good news, and that was that I talked about this, the My Safe Florida home program, which is a program here that's been around. So it started way back in the early 2000s as it got resurrected in 2022. And what it does is, if you're a homeowner, it allows you, if you qualify, and I think the house, it has to be under 700,000, it has to be in your main property. It can't be like an investment property, but you can get a grant for like up to $10,000. And so if you're getting a roof or impact windows and you qualify for that grant, then it helps pay so you can make your house safer. And then you go and get a new insurance quote on it. Hopefully it lowers the price of your insurance because now you have impact windows or maybe a new roof. Well, the state, everything going on in Tallahassee right now, they went through. Now we're just waiting for Governor DeSantis to sign off, which they said he most likely will. They're now going to do that for condos. Now the condos, I'm not sure of all the details. The little bit of notes that I got from the news report was, for the condos, it would be like up to 175,000, I think they said, and it's going to be a pilot program. So they only have like $25 million that they're budgeted for this pilot program, and it has to have full board approval, right? Because a condo owner can't say yes, let's do that. It has to have the board's approval. So, but if they went with this program, and again, I don't know all the details of how it's going to work because it's brand new, but I guess if they wanted to get a new roof for the condo building, they could apply for this if they qualified and get some money to help put a new roof on it. Therefore, hopefully bringing their insurance costs down on that building as well and making things a little bit better for the condo owners. So I thought that was some good news. And they did also approve more money for the one for the homeowners here in Florida. So, if you're a Florida resident and you're looking at that, I would go look to that program and try to see if you can get on it, because it ran out of money real quick. But I think they said that they're going to put some more money into it for the next fiscal year. So, so there's a little bit of good news with that. And again, obviously you can see all the stuff really related to condos and everything that's been going on here in South Florida. And then a little bit of other news that I thought was pretty good for y'all. Because, the videos have been fun. They're informative. I like making those videos for you. A lot of them have kind of been negative and, condo cool down, condo crisis. But I'm telling you guys what's happening in Florida. I'm just telling you what I'm dealing with as a realtor. I'm not making this stuff up. It's what I deal with. That's this is how I make a living. And unfortunately, right now, it's being a realtor in Florida can be a challenging job, So unless maybe you're one of those that deals with the $20 million properties, and that's not me. I wish it was, but so there's a lot of things going on. But there's still. I just had a property. My buyers moved from North Carolina. We closed on a property up in Port St. Lucie, and he got a decent insurance quote on that house. It had a new roof. So if you're thinking of moving here and you're still looking, and that house was only $400,000, by the way. So for a 3-bedroom house, and it's nice home. So big backyard. So if you're still looking to move down here, guys, as a realtor, I can help you find a property. I helped him find one. His insurance quote wasn't stupid. Was he right by the water? No. If you want to live near the water, you're going to pay to live by the water. That's just like someone living in Manhattan somewhere, right? It's going to be expensive. But the beach is only 30 minutes away in some places, 15 at most. So buy a house, get in the car, go to the beach. You still get to enjoy South Florida. And people are buying homes. And, and like I said, his insurance quote was not that bad. So let me see. We got another question, Bobby. So Bobby says, how might this impact rentals? Well, rentals have gone down Bobby, thanks for coming on. The rentals, they're not nearly as hard to get as they were. I think I haven't looked at see if the prices have come down. I would tell you, I just put a rental on the market and I have someone coming to look at it, but it's a short term. It's a really beautiful house, 2 bedroom with a den. It's a villa. It's in a country club community, but it's 3,500 a month, but it's super nice. And that's what the rate's been in there, but we'll see. I got a showing on it tomorrow. We'll see if that's what the going rate still is, but, and it's also a short-term 6-month rental. So I don't know what I haven't had too many rental clients. I used to do a lot of them. I haven't done many lately. So I don't know if the rental prices have really dropped a lot. I do know that where people were paying 6 months in advance just to get a place, some were paying a full year in advance just to get a place. I don't see that happening. It hasn't. No one's been talking about it. I don't see that happening. I think they're building so many rentals here in South Florida. There's so many new projects going up for new rentals that I think there's going to be, plenty of them to hopefully bring the cost down on those rentals. But I'll try to go do a report. Maybe I'll do a video on rentals and see where they're at for you guys and come up with that. So I haven't done one in a while. But anyway, but thanks. I appreciate the question and I appreciate you guys popping on, and all of y'all. Appreciate all of you guys popping on. It's nice to have you guys here this Thursday evening. And again, this is kind of where I can just kind of, the stuff that doesn't make it to a video, right? I can just throw some stuff out there, talk to you guys about different things and what's going on. I did just do a really nice video that's going to be out this Sunday about West Palm Beach and all the growth that's going there. A lot of cool things, new high rises, new Class A office space. They're designing a whole new district, which is cool. So I've been here 30 plus years. So it's really neat. West Palm is going to sort of be almost like a Wynwood, Miami, this one district. It could be something like that. It's really kind of cool. And I mean, if you look at it, there's Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and the next big city is West Palm. And then from there you go up and it's like Orlando. So it kind of makes sense that we're seeing Miami grow or West Palm grow the way it is. But that'd be a nice positive video and kind of cool with all the stuff. And I talked to a couple of business owners around the area and they're excited about this project and what it's going to mean for them, for their business. So that's kind of cool. I don't like to go down the negative road all the time with my videos. It's kind of been a lot of that in the news lately. But this was a report from the Florida Realtors that I got, Florida Realtors website that I went to. And it says home prices in several Florida metro areas have the highest chance of dropping. So while prices in other parts of the U.S. will go up through November 2024, they think that a lot of the places will drop. So obviously that caught my attention, right? I wanted to see what cities were they talking about. And it says this CoreLogic data shows that the following metro areas have the highest likelihood of home price reductions: Palm Bay, Melbourne, Titusville, West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Delray Beach, and Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Deltona, Daytona Beach, Ormond Beach, and then another one was this. This is Georgia. So and this is just again, whether this happens, we'll have to see where the market goes. But if the home prices come down a little bit, maybe the interest rates will come down a little bit, and we'll see more people looking to buy homes again. I've definitely seen a big slowdown with buyers as far as in my business, but that's just me. That could just mean my business is slow. Doesn't mean other realtors are slow. But if the home prices come down a little bit, maybe that'd be a little bit of relief for you guys out there that have been holding off and just not moving to Florida because of that. And maybe some of the other things that they're trying to do will help with the insurance cost. We'll only see with that right now. That's still not great. Let me see. It says we are currently looking for a condo in South Florida with all the carrying costs. It's cheaper to rent than purchase. Well, yeah, that can be true. When you rent, you don't have to deal with as much. Cheap renter insurance is cheap. It's like $100 a year, and you can just rent a place. The downside, you get no tax benefits for that, and you're just constantly tossing money away and making the landlord rich. But I mean, I get it. If that's what you have to do, and that's what a lot of people have to do, then that's what you do. You don't want to go buy a house and put yourself in the poorhouse and then end up being foreclosed on. So it's a big decision buying a house. You want to make sure that you're financially prepared and ready for it. And that's what I do when people come down here and they ask questions. I had questions today. I had a guy from California call me, and I had someone else reach out to me, and they want to know the questions about the condos. And yes, a lot of the videos I've shown you talk about things being bad, but obviously people are still moving here. There's still people that have job transfers. They have to move here. And so we just get together and we look for the best house that we can find for them, the best situation. Look for the house that has a good roof on it. Maybe you're lucky it has impact windows or some kind of hurricane protection. We go through that and we look at all that stuff and try to find the right house at the best price for them that works for them. And you go from there. And like I said, I helped my one customer. He closed on that house, beautiful house. And I've got some properties that are really nice properties for sale that are updated and really beautiful inside. So, and the roofs are newer. So I've got showings coming this weekend on that. So you just have to get out and work wherever you're going to look in Florida. You get with a good realtor. If you don't know a good realtor, reach out to me because I can put you in touch with a lot of realtors throughout the state. I network with a lot of them. A lot of them do YouTube videos just like myself. And you can find a house. It just sometimes you have to say, well, I want this, but I'm not going to get all of these items. But as long as I get these items, it's a good deal. And you still get the house. And then maybe you add the new kitchen later. Maybe you do the updated bathroom later. Or as OV said, you just continue renting or stay where you're at. Ultimately, that's your decision. You're the only one that will make that decision. So, but hey, OV, thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks for on there. But you guys getting your other questions? So those were some of the news reports that I had, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Surfside. And I did say Surfside for all you who nailed me for calling it Seaside when I made the video. I did put a little blurb underneath it. No one read it. No one reads anymore. And it did say, sorry, I meant Surfside, but I got blasted for calling it Seaside so many times. That and what is it with me wearing sunglasses that people don't like? It is sunny outside, guys. I'm in Florida. If I'm outside with no glasses, I'm like squinting like this. I look worse, like older than I already look. So I have to wear sunglasses. I'm outside. The UV rays are bright here. It's Florida. Come on. Go to the beach without sunglasses. It's like miserable. But anyway, so those just quick little reports. Now I am going to be bringing guests on. I am in the works to try to bring some people on so we can have some, like maybe a mortgage lender and an insurance person, have some people that you guys can ask questions to. I know those are things that you want to know, and I'm neither of those, so I don't really have any way to answer those questions for you. So I'm going to be working to try to bring some people like that on so that you can, pop on here like Ovi and Bobby and ask questions, and we'll have all three of us on talking and answer your questions about real estate. But that's it. So anyway, be sure to watch the video on Sunday. I'll have a new video up, and I'm also going to be looking at a couple other things. I did get kind of excited. I have a cool video coming up because I had someone reach out to me and sort of a brand deal. I'll have my first brand deal coming up. So I'm kind of excited about that. Someone had reached out to me and I'll be doing something kind of cool with that. And some other cool things. I've had a couple of neat things happen with some people reach out to me because of the video going viral. And I even had Bloomberg News reach out to me, which was kind of cool. Trying to get in touch with the guy, but that was kind of neat. But yeah, some cool stuff's happening and some cool fun videos that are I'm trying to work in the works with. So anyway, we'll get to those. And that's it. I appreciate it. I really don't have much more. I told you guys it'd be a short live stream. No point in keeping you on here for a long time. Once I get the people to come on board, I'll do more of these. And I really appreciate all support. Thank you all so much. The channel's growing. It means a lot to me and my family. You guys don't know, but the channel going the way it did and getting all the views and going the way it is has really been a blessing for me and my family. So thank y'all. It does. I hope y'all think that I don't appreciate it. I love the comments from what we got. Thanks for great content. Oh man, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's a lot when you put yourself out there, guys. Even being a live stream here, I'm unedited, I'm raw, right? So this is just me reading notes, and I appreciate y'all watching, and it records for other people. But I like making the videos. I love showing you South Florida. There's a lot more I want to show you. I'm going to start expanding out of Palm Beach County because my video channel is, South Florida living, and I'm working on some things to show you Miami, and maybe even some new condos down in Miami, and some new places, and just different things that you can get out and explore here. South Florida is a cool place. It really is. Yeah, we've got some headaches going on, but man, what today driving by the beach, listen to a little Jimmy Buffett, I had a big old smile on my face, guys. So I appreciate it. And two more. What's this, Bobby? Thank you, Bobby. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, um, it's fun. And Ov, thanks. I never finished the video for Spain. I want to. I'll probably finish it. I know that to my audience, it doesn't mean anything to y'all because it's not real estate related. But it was a little bit about me and my family. So I do plan on finishing the Spain video just because I want to, and it was a once in a lifetime trip. And we're looking to go back to Europe next spring. I can't wait. So that should be a lot of fun if that happens. But all right, guys, I hope you all have a great weekend. Hey, St. Patrick's Day, Delray Beach has a huge one. If you're in South Florida, Saturday, the parade. I'm too old for that. I've done those. Can't do them anymore. I'll have a pint at home. But there's a lot going on. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. Hope you enjoy it. Be safe. And wherever you are in the world, get out and enjoy paradise. One more comment. Hold on. I don't want to hang up. And Orlando. Hey, that's a cool name. That's a cool city. I'm going to be going up there. I'm going to be doing some videos in Orlando too, because I know a lot of realtors up there. So I can show you cool stuff and then connect you with those realtors. So I have some plans, a lot of plans, guys. I just got to have the time to get there, and switching over to the new brokerage and all that's had me a little busy. So trying to get it. But all right. Well, hey, everyone, enjoy paradise. Be safe. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Once again, appreciate all the support, and feel free to email, call. I'm always here to answer your questions best I can. Thank you so much.